Live Now, Princess Leonor and Prince Christian's royal ceremony highlights movie camera. The world is watching, cameras flashing, flags waving, a moment destined for history. Everyone expected tradition, formality, and royal grace. But no one expected this, a single glance that changed everything. Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark, two royal heirs, two nations, one extraordinary bond, captivating millions in a ceremony that blended elegance, emotion, and the unspoken language of destiny. From the very first moment they appeared together, the energy was undeniable. The royal families entered with dignity and poise, the air alive with the echo of orchestral music and the rhythmic applause of a crowd that stretched as far as the eye could see. Every camera turned toward one pair, Leonor, radiant in her pale blue gown, and Christian, tall, confident, and calm beside her. This wasn't just another royal ceremony, it was a symbol of the next generation of monarchy. Young, modern, yet deeply rooted in heritage. And at its heart, a connection that felt genuine, unscripted, and real. As Leonor walked through the grand hall, her every step carried the weight of centuries. Her dress shimmered under the chandeliers, her expression a balance of composure and warmth. Christian's eyes followed her subtly, respectfully, but with an unmistakable hint of admiration. That single exchange between them sparked the question that would ripple through the world: is this more than friendship? Behind them, their parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain, Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, shared smiles that seemed proud yet contemplative. They knew the world was watching not only their children but the future of two royal houses possibly intertwined. As the ceremony continued, the atmosphere grew charged with both pageantry and intimacy. Speeches were delivered in hushed reverence. The choir's voices soared through the cathedral, echoing like a heartbeat through marble walls. Yet even amidst such grandeur, all eyes returned to Leonor and Christian. They didn't need words. The subtle gestures spoke volumes, an exchange of glances, a shared smile, a quiet whisper when the cameras turned away. Royal watchers noticed it instantly. The connection, the ease, the natural chemistry between them. Commentators described it as electric yet innocent, two heirs who carried themselves not as distant figures of power, but as young people bound by shared destiny. When the national anthems played, the camera captured a defining image: Leonor standing tall beside Christian, their posture mirroring each other perfectly. It was as if they moved in harmony, two sovereigns in waiting already accustomed to the rhythm of leadership. The crowd erupted as they exited the hall side by side, the future of Europe's royalty walking together for the first time in front of the world. But what happened next deepened the fascination. During the reception, a quieter moment unfolded. Leonor and Christian were seen laughing softly together at the royal table, their parents nearby but allowing space. A photographer caught that smile, the kind of smile that can't be rehearsed. It spread like wildfire online. Within minutes, the image trended globally: Leonor and Christian, the next royal power duo. And yet, beneath the glamour and charm, there was depth. Both Leonor and Christian have grown up under immense pressure: the constant gaze of cameras, the expectations of entire nations, and the responsibility of legacy. Yet today, they seem to find something rare: comfort, understanding, and maybe even admiration for someone who knows that same weight. As speeches turned to the future of European unity and youth leadership, Leonor's presence stood out. Her poise was remarkable, her speech delivered in flawless Spanish and English, her tone steady but heartfelt. She spoke not just as a royal but as a young woman ready to lead with compassion and vision. Christian watched attentively, his expression revealing pride and respect. When it was his turn, he returned that grace, speaking of honor, friendship, and the shared values that unite royal families in service, not status. In that exchange, something powerful happened. This wasn't just a royal event, it was a moment of generational transformation. The world saw two heirs not divided by borders, but connected by purpose. Later, during the ceremonial dance, the anticipation was palpable. Would Leonor and Christian share that traditional first dance of the evening? The orchestra began softly, violins weaving through the air like a whisper. Then, it happened. Christian extended his hand. Leonor accepted. The crowd fell silent. Every movement between them felt effortless, respectful, graceful. It wasn't rehearsed, it was real. As they moved together, the symbolism was impossible to ignore. Two royal houses, two legacies, intertwined through grace, poise, and shared youth. The dance ended, and applause thundered through the room. The moment sealed itself into royal history. Throughout the night, subtle yet unforgettable details emerged. Leonor's gentle laugh as she greeted guests, Christian's steady presence as he guided her through the crowd. Even as the official program concluded, whispers continued to spread. Was this the beginning of a royal alliance? Or something more personal, more emotional, hidden behind the duty and decorum? Royal insiders later confirmed that this was no coincidence. The Spanish and Danish families have maintained close relations for generations. Both see in their heirs not only the promise of tradition but also the hope for a modern monarchy, one built on empathy, diplomacy, and understanding between nations. When the ceremony ended, and the royals stepped onto the palace balcony, the crowd below roared. Leonor and Christian stood beside each other, waving gracefully, sunlight spilling over the courtyard. Cameras captured it all, the way he leaned slightly toward her as they waved, the way she smiled in quiet acknowledgement. And as the national flags of Spain and Denmark fluttered side by side, the symbolism became clear. This wasn't just about pageantry, it was about a new chapter in European royalty. One where youth, authenticity, and connection define leadership. In the hours that followed, social media exploded. #Leonor and Christian trended in 4 countries. Clips from the ceremony racked up millions of views in minutes. Comment sections overflowed with admiration, theories, and emotion. Some called it destiny, others called it diplomacy. But one truth united them all: what they witnessed felt real. The ceremony closed with a prayer for unity and service, led by the Archbishop, but it was Leonor's silent glance toward Christian that remained etched in memory. Two young royals, bound by duty, yet connected by something far deeper. As the night descended on the palace and the music faded, one could feel the echo of history being written. For generations, Europe's royal houses have been built on alliances forged through politics. But this felt different. It felt human. Leonor and Christian's story is only beginning. Whether it blossoms into friendship, partnership, or something more, today's ceremony proved one undeniable truth: the future of royalty isn't about crowns or thrones, it's about connection, compassion, and the courage to lead with heart. And for those who witnessed it, live and unfiltered, this wasn't just a royal event, it was a glimpse into the future. The future where love and leadership walk hand in hand, under the watchful eyes of history.